This is a Harlan Institute FantasyCast for the Department of Health and Human Services v. Florida. This case deals with the legal challenges following the enactment of President Obama's recent healthcare scheme, the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. The challenges at issue were brought by attorney generals of 26 states, as well as other individuals and organizations who opposed the act. Specifically, many of the challenges focus on the individual mandate provision, which requires every American to purchase a minimum level of health insurance by 2014. Challengers of the act argue that the passage of the individual mandate provision was unconstitutional because it exceeded the power granted to Congress in the Commerce Clause and the Necessary and Proper Clause. For more of an introduction to the history of how the Supreme Court has interpreted the Commerce Clause, click the icon in the upper left corner. In short, the Commerce Clause gives Congress the power to regulate interstate commerce, and over the years, courts have held that this also gives Congress the power to regulate some activities that take place solely within state boundaries, as long as the activity substantially affects interstate commerce. The Necessary and Proper Clause allows Congress the power to pass laws that are rationally related to the enumerated powers found in Article 1 of the Constitution. This case tests the limits of these congressional powers. The government argues that, because health care has a direct economic effect on interstate commerce, Congress did not exceed their enumerated power in passing this legislation. In opposition, the respondents point out that the government's vague and expansive definition of what constitutes an effect on commerce would essentially grant Congress unlimited regulatory power, which directly opposes the court's findings in cases like U.S. v. Lopez and U.S. v. Morrison. The case at bar originally arose in a Florida district court. However, similar appeals have been heard in several other district courts as well. These cases have then been appealed to the Circuit Courts of Appeal, with differing outcomes. While the 11th Circuit, which includes Florida, found the individual mandate to be unconstitutional, the 6th Circuit and the D.C. Circuit Courts have upheld the individual mandate. The 4th Circuit dismissed the case on other grounds. In November of 2011, the Supreme Court agreed to hear the case. While this video focuses on the individual mandate provision of the lawsuit, the court will also consider several other legal issues related to the act. The oral arguments are scheduled to last 5.5 hours and will take place over the course of 2 days. Thank you for watching this FantasyCast. For more information, please visit harlaninstitute.org or fantasyscotus.org.